Hot Toys Collectibles is a toy company that makes highly realistic 1/6 scale and sometimes 1/4 scale action figures. It's a brand I primarily collect. You'd know if you followed my TikTok and Instagram, link in the description of course. But having premium figures after owning cheaper, less well-built figures has always got me wondering what certain IPs would look like if they got the premium treatment. So in today's video, I'm going to share my thoughts on what I think a Hot Toys Collectibles Five Nights at Freddy's figure would look like. The first thing I think Hot Toys would have to get right is the size. Assuming they're making a 1/6 scale version, it'd have to be 1/6 scale. Freddy Fazbear is said to be 6'5", damn. So in 1/6 scale, that would be about a 15-inch tall figure. Wow, Maso, did you do the math? No, I guessed. I hate math. One thing I love about Hot Toys is some of the material they use. They always use the exact material for every figure, so this has got me wondering what they would do with FNAF. The OG FNAF 1 animatronics are sort of fuzzy, I'd imagine. If handprints are able to be left there with like a forceful touch, I'd assume some sort of felt would be the right material. Even though I hate the feel of it, I think a flocked Funko Pops sort of material might work. If not, maybe what Hot Toys uses for their capes most of the time, like on the Mandalorian here. When it comes to the exposed metal parts, Hot Toys would without a doubt make it die-cast metal. For any of you uncultured younglings, it's basically just metal. It looks phenomenal 100% of the time. Here's a fully die-cast figure Iron Man Mark 85 from Avengers Endgame. The articulation is kind of tricky. Hot Toys articulation is almost always great. They manage to engineer their die-cast figures exceptionally well, so I would imagine they'd have no problem putting in some effort with the FNAF animatronic build. The FNAF animatronics have a record of always having their arms clipping through each other to get basic poses done. It really downgraded the Funko figures, as you could barely get them into any type of pose. So I think Hot Toys could pull this off with a sort of extending joint made out of diecast. They've done it before on their Iron Man figures, and it'd be a perfect way to get rid of that issue. I'm surprised in FNAF in general it's not an extending joint, because the clipping is just really lazy looking. The eyes could most definitely be articulated. Hot Toys has several figures that have a rolling eyes feature. Swap out eyes is also a really common thing with their Spider-Man figures, so magnetic eyes won't be too hard to accomplish with FNAF. The jaw, endo jaw, and almost everything that moves in the game would without a doubt be implemented in the Hot Toys version. Accessories is something Hot Toys almost always excels at. I would imagine Freddy would 100% have his microphone, but he'd also come with 3 pairs of swap out eyes, normal ones, lit up ones, and the fully dark eyes. He'd also come with several hands, I'd imagine, resting hands, grabbing hands, and lashing out hands. Finally, Hot Toys would definitely make a swap-out head for the endoskeleton. In fact, I could see them making it a 2-in-1, where you could remove Freddy's mask to reveal the endo, and that's where the swap-out eyes and LEDs would be stored and implemented. Another thing that is almost always guaranteed is an awesome-looking display base. As you can see with figures like Battle Damage Thanos, Stealth Suit Spider-Man, Darth Vader, and Pennywise, they all come with display bases reminiscent of their film. I definitely think Freddy would come with a small section of the security office, probably like the right door with a swap-out function to have it opened or closed. Hot Toys is infamous for installing LEDs in their figures. They've done it with, I think, all of their Iron Man figures, and they also do it for their lightsabers, where I'd imagine they'd put lights as in the animatronic's head along with the display base to make the light and door button glow. In Freddy, I'd imagine his entire head would glow to mimic the power going out, as well as the eyes. So that's really it for what I'd imagine a Hot Toys Five Nights at Freddy's figure looking like. Now here's the part you all will not like: the price. A normal Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure goes for around $250 each. A die-cast figure like Iron Man can go for over $400. So I think a Freddy Fazbear figure, with it being rather large and having a lot of engineering and a display base, I'd see it going for $400 to $450. Yes, it's an insane price, but it's called premium for a reason. You pay a lot, and then you get a sick-looking figure in return. I definitely see Hot Toys only making Freddy in this case, as they love to do one-off figures, but could I see this actually happening in the future? Hell no. Hot Toys makes bank off Marvel, Star Wars, and a little bit off DC, so randomly switching it up would make no sense, but it's always fun to just think and imagine. So thank you guys so much for watching my video on what I think a Hot Toys X FNAF crossover would look like. I think you all deserve to know that I did receive my 100,000 subscriber plaque. It's stunning, and I thank every single one of my subscribers for it. I do want to show you the unboxing video to end this video off, so here it is. Okay. Ooh, didn't break it on that. Okay. Do you remember your first subscriber? Not at all. You're 100th? No, or you're 1,000? Chances are you do. And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Oof. Congratulations.
Susan, whatever. CEO of
Susan
YouTube.
Wojcicki.
Of YouTube.
Oof. Fingerprints.
Yay! You have the video be in silence, all right?
Oof.
That is nice.
Yay!
Oh my god. Look at that.
It says
engraved.
presented to Maso777s.
Sure does. Sure does. Oof. Hanging on the wall.
Nice.
Damn.
Yay!